Good morning, one and all. Come into my narrow boat, sit around me, and let me tell you the story of the Saturday Sketcherbanders. I am Luna Winters Tarot. I am a psychic medium, but I do also use tools of divination when channeling. But on the whole, I channel energy directly. The cards I place in front of me are a visionary tool for those of you who are here watching and listening. You can also find me on Instagram at Luna Winters Tarot, and if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through Luna Winters Tarot, buy me a coffee, and click on the shop link. Now, on with today's reading, the Saturday Sketcherbander reading. Now, who are the Sketcherbanders? The Sketcherbanders are your fallen divine counterparts. The person who was betrothed to you by the divine, but they walked away and they let you down. They walked away from the connection and broke the contract. Now, over on Instagram at Luna Winters Tarot this morning, I have already begun to channel this energy. And I love it because this is all about you being in your divine feminine rising era. This is about you now climbing out of that karmic energetic blowback that we've been experiencing since eclipse retrograde season, dusting yourself off and preparing to carry on with your journey. And I love this energy. You are just so unaffected now, so unbothered. It's like, you know, if life throws you any more shit, you're just going to wipe it off. You're not even going to deal with it. You are in such an energetically powerful place. This is incredible. But with the uninterested card there, you see how that masculine energy, he's still watching you walk away. He's still got eyes on you, tabs on you. It's like they know that they are reaping what they have sown. They are about to enter into the fourth circle of karmic hellfire. It's right there behind them. It's about to swallow them up. And they know they cannot escape it. They were given the opportunity, I am told 3 times, to turn back around and make amends, to take accountability and make things right with you. And they decided not to, because if they apologized to you, they had to face themselves in the mirror, and they didn't want to see their ugly truth because they're cowardly. There is no other word to describe someone who cannot apologize other than cowardly, spineless, and it's a shame for them. But look, you're unbothered. You are getting on with the business of living your own life now. And oh, look, that card wants to come out first. Exactly. Always partying. Now, this isn't about you. This is them saying, yeah, I was always partying. My eye was never on the ball. This person, they prayed for someone like you to come into their life. And when you were delivered to them, they mistreated you. And then when they mistreated you, they denied it. They became Judas. In the face of truth, they played the part of Judas. Now, this person, they were immature. And yes, they were always out partying or filling up other people's cups. They were always giving you the breadcrumbs whilst giving all the best parts to themselves and everyone around them. And I do feel at times you were saying to them, well, when are you going to take me out? Oh, yeah, well, I haven't got money to do that. Well, you had money to go and do that last night. Yeah, but that's different. And that's how they were. And the thing is, the divine who had handed you over to this person on a silver platter and sought reassurance from them that they were ready for someone like you, the divine sat back and watched. And each time you were mistreated, each time you were treated and denied by this Judas, it got marked down. And this person, unbeknownst to them, has this massive logbook. It's, you know, the Akashic records, and they are now having these misdemeanors read out to them one by one. And this person is in a state of anxiety, worry, remorse, but it's not your problem. You're not bothered. This person, they are, as I've said, that first card there, they are keeping tabs on you. They know that you are the one that got away. And the only way they can have any window on your life now is through the internet. And you're going to say to me, but I've blocked them on everything. Yeah, I know. But, you know, it's 2025. People set up fake accounts. People will watch anyone by any means that they can. And I'm sure that you already know exactly who those fake accounts are. You know those names. They pop up too frequently on your timeline. It's your person's way of saying, I'm still here. And I do feel you've got the intuition about you to just go, yeah, remove follower or block, because you know, and you don't want this person having a window into your life anymore. They had you in the physical, they had you in your absolute entirety, and you gave them your all, your absolute unconditional love without question. And they just couldn't be reciprocal. But now they can't let you go. But that, again, isn't your problem. Yeah, see, look, there's such a hanger on. It's like energetically, they feel if they hold onto your energy, they're not going to get sucked down that karmic fourth circle of hell, but it's unescapable. What they put you through, in one single word, was reprehensible. And I love that word, reprehensible. It's a really big word, and it's an old-fashioned word. Well, it is to me in my head. But it's something that you cannot ever return from. When you have treated someone with such thoughtlessness and carelessness, you don't deserve to have a window into their life. Yeah, and look, see, you got played out. You were just like, I've had enough. I've had enough of your mind games. I've had enough of your gaslighting. And I know that you tried to reach out to this person in the early days. You looked for closure. You begged for closure. You begged for an explanation. Why did you do this to me? You knew in your soul exactly why they did it to you. And it's because they were putting out to everyone but you. But you tired of that. And this person really felt if they treated you with a, oh, I don't want you, but tell you what, let's still be friends, that you would accept that. You would accept that final offering and the breadcrumbs, but you didn't. And your person was like, whoa, 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 I wasn't expecting that. And that's where they outplayed themselves, because they had underestimated you. They had underestimated your power. Whilst you were within the union with them, they viewed you as the weak one, because they had this self-illusory state of thinking they were the powerful one, they were the strong one. Oh, look at me, I'm all man. No, you're not. You're a man, baby. You're a mummy's boy. You've got serious mummy issues. And actually, when this tower collapses, you're going to be the one who cannot rebuild. And that is so true, because they have been the one who couldn't rebuild. They've been the one who's had to run away and go and be codependent on all those people they were giving to other than you, whilst you have rebuilt an incredible life for yourself. And I do feel many of you have moved on physically, not just emotionally. You have moved away. You've put real distance between you and this person. It was like you going, I don't accept your breadcrumbs. So what I'm going to do is pick myself up, take myself over here. So even if you throw that trail of breadcrumbs, it's never going to reach me. And that's where you took the power play back. You took the advantage. And yes, it took you a really long time to recover, but you were always the powerful one, and they know this now. And yeah, look, they stole your time, they stole your energy, they future faked you. They're fully aware. They knew that they were doing this the whole time. They knew when they were speaking those sweet nothings to you that they were just full of shit. It's like this pretty little mouth, but shit was coming out of it. And I'm sorry for that imagery, but that's how it was. And your person's now choking on that shit. They're wishing that they had never let that shit come out of their mouths, sorry. And I do feel that a lot of that crap that came out of their mouth was put there by other people. It was other people's opinions. It was other people's words that your person then rechurned. Because whilst they were perceiving themselves as this all-powerful person, they were actually the puppet to these puppet masters. And they were just doing the puppet master's bidding at this point. It was just like, oh, well, you know, your person over there, they're really weak. And then your person's like, yeah, they are. So then they'd come back and they'd say to you, well, da 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 da, and my family think you're really weak. And you just be like, yeah, okay. And I do think you got ground down to the point of just going, yeah, okay, whatever, because you realised there was no point trying to fight against this force. If your person couldn't recognise the unconditional love and blessing that you were in their life, you just weren't going to fight or swim against that tide anymore. And that's why when they offered you the get out clause, when they dropped the ball and walked away, and at the time you felt it was the worst thing ever that could have happened, you now realise it was 100% divine redirection. And I feel now, right now, in this moment, you sit in a place of gratitude for this redirection. Although you had a load of shit to shovel on your own and you were left in the most difficult and heart-wrenching circumstances, your power, your tenacity, your warrior spirit came to the forefront. And it was like fuel to this person's little pilot light that they had shining in them. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But watch me burn your little light into nothing, into a lack of existence. You were that backdraft. When your person opened the door and left, your divine fire, your phoenix rising, it just burnt them. Because that's in the moment that they've realised the monumental mistake they'd made. I'm going to end on this one. Moves in silence. Because, yeah, you allowed this person to underestimate you. That's the crux here. Whilst they felt they had power over you the whole time, what they failed to see, and it's this underestimation of you again, what they failed to see was the energy that drove you, the energy that powered you. And I do feel you got to a point in the face of their gaslighting and their constant denial of you and their breadcrumbing of you, you began to mask. So you began to close down, you began to shut down, and you only showed them the elements of yourself that you wanted them to see. Those fiercer parts of yourself you kept hidden. You were just like, you want to see me as weak? Fine, you see me as weak. And you did. You became like this little weak lamb. You became the person that they were projecting upon you. And in a way, it did become a bit of a performance where you were like, okay, if that's how you want to see me, let's just go through these motions. But it put you in the position of power. Because as I've just said, when this collapsed, your person was not expecting the unexpected. 1331 when I said that. So that's today's angel number, 1331. And the unexpected was that you were just going to walk away. Yes, you did issue hellfire, you did breathe fire, and you did speak your piece before you left and shut that door. And you were perfectly entitled to do so. And I don't want you ever to feel guilt for those words that you issued because they were justified. But what you're doing now is moving in silence. This person knows nothing about your life, and that's why they're trying to stalk you online, because they want that window into your life, into your soul, but they can't see. You've pulled the blinds down. There's a certain amount that you put out there, but you're not dangling a carrot. You don't give a shit about them. And that's the truth of the matter. You've given yourself the closure that they weren't brave enough to give. So as they slip down this karmic rabbit hole, you now move on. Because, yeah, look, they were just a pretender. They were nothing but ego. They were too busy trying to be better than you. They were competitive with you. 144, when I said that, they were all up in their head trying to think, you know, here we go, fate flexing, yeah. It was all false projections, and look where they are. emotionally, morally bankrupt, but they're also financially bankrupt. They're losing their status. They're losing their place in society. They're losing friends. Family are beginning to question them. They have been borrowing money left, right and centre, robbing Peter to pay Paul. And it's funny that I called them Judas. And here they are robbing Peter to pay Paul, because their life is slipping down the sewer. And I am going to have to end this now, because GM's behind me, ramming me in the back with a toy because she wants to play. And that's the energy of your person right now. Notice me, notice me. Please know that I'm here. Please contact me. It's all energetic mind games, but you're no longer tuned into them.